I'm Meaghan Kennedy Townsend. Welcome to my yoga class. Christina here helping me today. So on an inhale, reach your arms up. Keep your belly in as you exhale and fold forward. Your hands can be on the floor or on your shins. Inhale, look forward, and then just bend the knees enough to get your palms flat and step back to the top of a push-up. So when you're in the top of a push-up, you want to turn your hands out and you want to shift forward a little bit so more of the weight is in your fingertips. Knees on the ground, and keep your body straight and just lower halfway down and then come right back up. If that's too much, you can come all the way down onto your belly. Again, halfway down, come back up, and do that one more time. Halfway down, come back up, and then curl your toes under, come back into downward dog. Good. Look forward and step your right foot to the front of your mat. Good. Inhale, look forward, come onto your fingertips, or you can use blocks, and then step the left foot forward. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand all the way up. And then exhale, arms release. Use your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, look forward. Keep a slight bend into your knees, never locking anything out. And then step back again to that top of the push-up. Pull your chest forward. So you can either do this with your knees on the ground or with straight legs, lower down. Good. Come right back up and then pull back to downward dog. Good. Now step your left foot to the front of your mat. Come onto the fingertips. Pull your chest forward. Your hip is going to want to kick out to the left, so hug it to the midline. Keep your chest open and then step all the way to the front of the mat. Inhale, look forward. Good. Exhale, fold. And inhale, stand all the way up. Good. Arms release. So interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, open up your chest, and then exhale, forward fold. Feet can be together. You can have your feet a little bit wider apart. Good. And then release the arms to the ground. Separate your feet and come into a squat. So when you're squatting, turning your toes out, it's going to make it easier to get your heels on the ground. And then hands to your heart, pull your chest forward. Good. Keep your left arm down and reach your right arm up and open up. If you have anything going on with your knees, just stay up higher. Good. Come back to center. And then second side. So right arm down, left arm up. Just really opening up your chest. Good. Bring it back to center. And then again, left arm down, right arm up. This is stage 1. Stage 2, you're going to take your top hand behind your back. Stage 3, you can wrap. So you can always stay on a stage 1 or 2. You don't have to do all 3 stages. Work on opening up your chest. It's more important to keep your chest open than to find the pose. Good, and then bring it back to center. We'll do the second side. So one arm down, the other arm up, stage 1. Good. Stage 2, take your top hand behind your back. And stage 3, wrap. When you're wrapping, you want to always hold the top fingers or the top wrist and really work on opening up your chest. There's a slight back bend in your upper back. And as you inhale, the body lengthens. As you exhale, your chest rotates. Nice. And then come back to center. So you can either put your fingertips on the ground to stand up, or you can keep your hands at your heart, or more challenging, reach your arms up and just push up your feet to stand up. Good. Release your arms. Again, inhale, reach your arms up, look up. So each time you look up, it actually gives you energy, and then exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, extend, look forward, and again, just step back to the top of a push-up, and then lower all the way down onto your tummies this time. Good. Inhale to Cobra, so lifting your chest up. So it may be here. If you're more flexible, you can come up a little bit higher. Pull the chest forward, and then using your back muscles, take your hands off the ground. Nice, and then come back down. Again, let's come up again. Just high enough, you don't want to feel anything in the lower back. Keep your feet wider to protect your lower back, and then see if you can get your hands off the ground. Nice, and then come back down. So we're going to do serpentine cobra. Roll your shoulders up, and then roll them back down. It's a really nice way to open up your chest, your shoulders, kind of get all the sleep out. Good, and then come all the way up to cobra. Good. Keep your knees on the ground, press back into child's pose. So to find out the length of a downward dog, reach your arms forward, curl your toes under in child's pose. Now keep your hands where they are, keep your toes where they are, just lift your hips up and back, and that will show you the length of your downward dog. Nice job. So we're going to do a full vinyasa, so shift your shoulders forward into plank. So again, Christina will show you with her knees down, and I'm going to do the straight leg version, chaturanga. Good, inhale to cobra, upward dog. So up dog, your knees are off the floor, and cobra, your knees are on the floor. And then either you can do child's pose to down dog, or you can just come back into down. Yes. You can always step to the front of the mat if you're feeling like you have more energy today. Bend your knees, take a deep breath in, exhale all the air out, and then look forward and hop. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up. And then exhale, arms release. Good. Tree pose. So stand on your right foot. Bring your left foot on the inside of your thigh or on your calf. You never want to put it on your knee. Good. Start with your hands at your heart. So look to the ground. That'll help ground you. If it's easy for you, you can look up. You can reach your arms up to make it more challenging. Or to make it super challenging, see if you can close your eyes. The great thing is if you fall, it's yoga. Not such a big deal. Okay, switch sides. So again, bring the foot up. So you want to push your thigh into your foot and your foot into your thigh. So you create that strong foundation, and then push that standing leg into the ground and move the top of your head up to the sky of the ceiling, get a little bit taller. If you want to, again, reach your arms up. Maybe you take your gaze up. And if you didn't do it on the first side, just notice what happens if you close your eyes. We spend so much of our days looking at our phones and doing all of these things, looking at computer screens, and we don't realize how much what we look at really affects our balance. Good, come back to center. Good, inhale, reach your arms up, bend your knees into chair pose. So when you're in chair pose, move your knees behind your toes and squeeze where your butt meets your hamstrings. Extend out of your chest, so open chest, not collapsed. It doesn't matter if your hands are together, wide apart is totally fine. And might be easier on your shoulders, actually. Exhale, forward fold. Good, looking forward, step or jump back to chaturanga. You never jump to plank, so always bend your elbows when you land. Good, inhale, lift up, and then exhale, pull back. Right leg lifts up as you inhale. Exhale, step it to the front of the mat. Turn your back foot flat, inhale to warrior one. Good, and then bring your hands to your heart and open up to warrior two. So your feet should be lined up heel to arch. And relax around your neck and shoulders. On an inhale, reach back. And as you exhale, come forward. Good, inhale, reach back. Keep your front knee bent. Exhale comes forward. Your knee may want to collapse, so keep moving your knee to the outside of that right foot. And then next time you reach forward, option one is here, or option two, reach both arms forward. We're here for 3 breaths. Inhale, you reach. Exhale, your chest rotates. Inhale, extend. Exhale, rotate. If you've got back stuff going on, it's fine to keep your forearm on your thigh or hand on the floor. Good, and then inhale, come back up. And then exhale, hands to the front of the mat. Either step back to down dog to make it easier, or take your vinyasa. Good, take a deep breath in and exhale. Okay, second side, lift your left leg up. So when you lift the leg up, move your right hip back, and then step the left foot to the front of the mat. Good, back foot flat, inhale to warrior one. Good, keep your belly drawing in, open up to warrior two. So as you move from warrior one to warrior two, make sure your hips stay low, and then look at your front knee, make sure it's not buckling in. You want to track it to the outside, that's going to protect the ligaments in your knee. Good, inhale, reach back. So as you reach back, it's more of a side stretch than a back bend. And then keep the length on the left waist, exhale, come forward. Good, inhale, come back. So really moving with your breath, exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. On this one, stay here. Keep your right arm up and over your ear. If you want more, reach both arms forward. And then 3 breaths. Inhale, extend. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate. Keep the front knee bent. Inhale, back up. Warrior two. Good. This time, straighten your left leg. Turn your feet towards the side of your mat. Interlace your fingers behind your back. So notice you always clasp your hands the same way. Put your other middle finger on top. You'll stretch your shoulders a little differently. So inhale, lift up, and then exhale, forward fold. Shift more of the weight into the balls of your feet so you're not locking out your legs and not stretching out the ligaments in the backs of your knees, but you want to stretch your muscles. Good. And then bring your hands underneath of your face, under your shoulders. Keep your right arm down, reach your left arm up. As you do this, your right hip's going to want to drop, so keep lifting the right hip, and then take your bicep and rotate it towards the side. That's going to plug your shoulder blade on your back and protect your shoulder and actually get more openness in your chest. If you want more, you can look up. If your neck is ever feeling tweaky, you can always look at the ground. You don't get extra points for looking up. Okay, and then switch. Left arm down, right arm up. Good, again, watch the left hip drops. Lift the left hip and rotate the left bicep towards the side of your mat. Same with your right shoulder. Rotate that right bicep. Open up your chest. Lean more into the balls of your feet. Good, and then bring your hand down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hands on your hips. And then inhale, stand all the way up. So your feet are going to turn out and your heels are in. Your toes out, heels in. And come down into a wide-legged squat. So you can keep your hands on your hips. That's going to be a bit easier. To make it more challenging, reach your arms up. Wherever you are, keep moving your knees towards the outsides of your toes. Lift up, maybe look up. Keep breathing. Most important thing you do in yoga is breathing. Actually, in your life is breathing as well. So now keep your legs where they are, just reach your torso so it's parallel to the floor. Good, now keeping your hips low, come back up. Come up onto the balls of your feet like you're wearing high heels. See if you can stand all the way up on the balls of the feet. Straighten your legs. That is hard. And then come back down and stay on the balls of the feet. Good, lower your heels. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Straighten out your legs, parallel your feet, puff your chest, and exhale, forward fold. Take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, we're going to do horse's breath. It relaxes your face and it's funny. So do it again. Deep breath in and exhale. Okay, hands to the ground. Inhale, look forward. Hands to your hips and then stand all the way up. Great. Step to the front of your mat. Come into chair again. So bend your knees. Inhale, chair. Good. Draw your hands to your heart. So when you draw the hands in, oftentimes you'll see our shoulders will roll forward. So instead, move the shoulders back and pull your breastbone towards your hands. Now keeping the openness in your chest, twist to your right. So you may need to kind of move a little bit, but then really work on opening up your chest. Sometimes it helps if you turn your fingertips slightly away from your chest. Keep moving your left hip back. So twist, eliminate toxins. So breathe into your belly as you inhale, and as you exhale, rotate your chest. Good. Keeping your knees bent, come back into chair. And we'll do the second side. So hands to your heart, and again, twist. Work on, rather than just collapsing in, work on opening up your chest and rotating around. Keep pulling your right hip back, keep drawing your tummy in. And keep breathing. A smile on your face doesn't hurt either. Good. Keeping your knees bent, come back into chair. Good. And then fold forward, straighten out your legs. Good. Step your left foot back. So you're going to be about 3.5 feet apart. Your legs are going to be straight. And you're just going to bring your hands on your hips and inhale, stand all the way up. Good. Keep your right hand on your hip, reach your left arm up, and then extend forward, reach forward. You can put your hand on the inside, on your shin, or on the outside. Twisting triangle, reach your arm up. So if you've got any back stiff going on, I want you to extend your arm forward or just to strengthen your back. Otherwise, look up maybe. Keep squeezing your inner thighs towards one another. And again, watch your rotation in your arms. Rotate your biceps towards the front of your mat. Good. And then hands to the ground. Drop your back knee to the ground. Bend, and make sure you're not on the top of your kneecap, more on the top of your thigh. So now bend the back leg. This could be enough of a stretch. If you want more, reach back with your right hand and hold the outside of the foot. I say the outside so that your shoulders and chest can stay open at the same time. You can play with it by pulling your foot towards your butt or kicking it away. And you can stay up on your hand, or if you need more of a stretch, down on your elbow. So the breath helps our bodies relax. So you want to keep the breath even throughout the practice as much as you can. Breathing in and out through your nose. Good. And then release your back leg, straighten out your front leg. Again, if you need padding under your knee, please do that. And then pull your right hip back as you pull your chest forward. So it's less about getting your nose towards your leg, more about pulling your chest forward and feeling a stretch in the back of your leg. So again, you can be up on blocks if it's easier, or if necessary. Nice, and then bend the front knee, curl your back toes under, step back into downward dog. You can kind of feel the sides of the body are different now that we've stretched out the right side. So now we're going to do the left side. So step your left foot to the front of your mat, scoot your back foot in, straighten out your legs. Inhale, pull your chest forward, and then hands on your hips. Stand all the way up. So just check out your feet. Make sure you're not on like a tightrope. You want your feet, like if you can imagine that your mat was two swim lanes, you'd have your feet on the opposite side, in opposite swim lanes. Take your right arm up, lean forward, extend forward, and then place your hand on the inside, on your shin, outside on a block, and then open up your chest. Especially in twists where I find it more challenging to breathe, it's really important to breathe into the lowest part of your belly, the sides of your waist, to wring out all your internal organs. So inhale, extend, and then exhale, rotate. Keep squeezing your thighs together. One more breath, and then hands to the ground. Good. Now place the right knee on the ground. So again, you will see I moved my knee back to get it on the ground so that I'm more on the top of the thigh. And then bend your back leg and catch it with your hand. Keeping the chest open. Again, if you want to put your forearm on the ground, you're welcome to do that. Nice, and then straighten out your left leg, flex the left foot, pull the left hip back. Some people like to have the back foot on the top of the foot on the mat. I like to have it curled up with my toes under. It just creates more stability in my legs. Good, so pull your chest forward. Keep moving your left hip back. We do the intense stretches after warming up the body because you want to stretch your muscles and not your ligaments. If you do it in the beginning, the more intense stretches, the tendency is to stretch the ligaments, and the ligaments they'll stretch initially, but over time, they're kind of like a rubber band. They won't get back to their original state. The muscles, however, will, so we like stretching the muscles. Okay, bend the front knee, step back into down dog. Good, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Good, look forward, step or jump. Good, inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees to chair. Good, and then stand all the way up. Good, again, bend your knees, lift your arms, chair pose. So to make it more challenging, keep your knees touching, start to sit down. Keep your knees touching, and then come right into boat. So you can do a bent knee version or straight leg. Pull your chest forward, and then lower down to halfway. Good, bring it back up into boat, and then lower down halfway. Good. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, and inhale. Good, stay in half boat, lift your right leg up. Take your hands to the outside of your right leg. Option 1 is to be here. Option 2, you're going to lower the right leg down and then lift it back. Inhale's the lower, and then exhale. Okay, next time they're low, but reach your arms forward. Sit back up. Good, lower back down. Take your left leg up, twist to the left. Option 1 is here. Option 2, lower the leg, and then lift. Keep your belly drawing toward your spine, lower it down. Lift it up. Using your breath. If you feel pressure in your neck, you can press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. That will help. Or you can put one hand behind your head. Good. And then reach both arms forward. Sit back up. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock back and forth on your spine. Good. And then rock all the way up to a seated position. Bring the feet together. Inhale, lift your chest up. And then exhale, forward fold. So if you've got anything going on in your back, a flat back here, if you're feeling more flexible, you can bring your chest a little bit lower. This, with your feet closer to your inner thighs, is going to stretch more of your inner thighs. If you move your feet further, more of a diamond shape, you're going to stretch more of your outer thighs. So whichever is best for you and wherever you need it today. Pull the chest forward and again breathe. So notice where you're resisting in your body. See if you can relax. Use your breath. Good, and then inhale, come back up. Extend your right leg forward, bring your left foot to the inner thigh. So similar to like a tree. Inhale, reach your arms up, and then exhale, fold. So if you're more flexible, yeah, you'll look like Christina. Or you could be up here, just pulling your chest forward. If this knee is really far off the ground, you can put a pillow under it. Keep drawing your tummy in. This is something that I learned through the yoga practices. I always just kind of relaxed into it. But instead, see if you can engage your core and use your core to pull your leg back as you pull your chest forward. I actually get more of a stretch and it actually helps better. Good, and then come back up and switch sides. So the sides of your body, it may also be different. The yoga helps you kind of figure out what's going on in your body, which is kind of nice. And then pull your chest forward. So let go of any worry about if the sides of the body are different and just be aware of it and see if as much as possible you can create an evenness on both sides of the body. So again, you could stay up here or you can come down. Your hands can be here, they can be on blocks. Foot in. Keep your right foot flexed. That's going to protect the ligaments in your knee and your hip, which is super important. And pull your chest forward and breathe into your hip. You can also notice if you move like a little to the left, a little to the right, like you may find a sticky place. Find the place that's stickiest on your body and breathe into that. Sometimes it helps to relax if you close your eyes. So the practice of yoga is to be in all of these poses and to just breathe. And we take that practice off of our mat into our life, and it helps us get through any versions of stress, anything that's going on in our life. If we can just breathe through it. Good. Good, and then to get out of it, just walk that foot forward. Take your right leg down and switch legs. So left ankle on the right thigh. Again, just starting out, notice the sides of the body might be different. Keep the foot flexed, pull the chest forward. Maybe it needs to be further forward. Maybe your foot can come in. And again, find the place that's sticky. There should never be any strain or tension in your knee. Place your leg down. You're going to just roll gently down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Keep your right leg in, straighten your left leg, and then drop your knee across and take a twist. So your right knee may not touch the ground, that's totally fine. Keep moving your right shoulder towards the ground and move your right hip away from your right shoulder. Good. Bring it back to center and we'll switch. So left leg in, right leg straight, and just drop it across. Even when I'm putting my hand on my leg, I'm not pushing pressure on my knee. Never push pressure on your joint. You can put more pressure on your thigh. Keep that left shoulder on the floor and keep moving your left hip towards the front of your mat. So there's more space in your lower back and in your body. Good. And then come back to center, hug your knees in, and then extend your legs out. So if you got any type of back stuff going on, you can put a pillow under your knees. Otherwise, let your toes turn out, the palms face the ceiling, face the sky. If your brain is a little loud today, you can always put your palms towards the floor. That'll help you relax a little bit more. And then feel your whole body letting go. Relax your toes, relax your legs. Release your lower back. Relax your shoulders, your fingers. Release your jaw. Whole body snuggled. Bring yourself back. Wiggle your toes, your fingers. Hug your knees into your chest. And then roll to your right side. Using your hands, press yourself up to a seated position. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out, let it go. So just take a moment to thank yourself for making this time today to practice. Do something healthy for your body and your mind. And then acknowledge 3 people in your life you're grateful for. And acknowledge something that you're grateful for about yourself. Bring your hands together at your heart. So keep this connection to the sense of gratitude throughout your day today and for each day forward. Everything that is good in me acknowledges everything that's good in you. Namaste.